Right now at 10, city buses are getting safer for those who use wheelchairs. We have a look at the new system that locks them in place during rides. And the state budget is nearly on its way to Governor Evers. Lawmakers still disagree on tax cuts. Plus, a university gets to expand substance abuse education with the help of some extra funding.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. La Crosse's bus system is introducing a safer alternative for people with disabilities. News 8 Now's Michael Germain got a first-hand look at the new system on buses that make rides safer for people using wheelchairs.
For people who use wheelchairs, getting around town can be complicated. La Crosse's MTU is working to make transportation easier.
This is a new system. It's called Quantum, and it's a safer system and more independence for the person in the wheelchair.
Passengers park their wheelchair against a backrest, which starts an automatic locking system. The Quantum arms secure the wheelchair in place and can be adjusted during the ride.
It's proven to be safer for people in wheelchairs.
Once the bus gets to a stop, the driver releases the passenger using a button on their dashboard.
Don't have to rely on the driver. The driver doesn't go in their personal space as much.
This is something I really wanted to see because there's people that say, hey, you can't get around on the buses.
Community members say there's no other system like it.
There's buses that don't even have that for us to get around. So it's nice to have buses that are able to be handicap accessible for people.
Now, the system is only on 2 buses right now, but there are plans to expand. MTU officials say you'll see it on every city bus within the next few months. As you may have noticed, Greg and Derek have been doing quite a bit in our weather department, so we thought maybe let's give them a little bit of a lift these days. And to do that, we are bringing in a veteran, Bill Grahl, straight from Denver, Colorado, joining us now for our first forecast. Bill, it has been dry, air quality still not ideal.
I know, you are absolutely right. And boy, we had some wild weather here in the Denver area today. Very heavy rain. I wish I could send some buckets out to the upper Midwest to help you guys out with the rainfall. But check out the highs today. Toasty, mid to upper 80s, even 90 degrees now, the official high out at the La Crosse Airport, 87 in Eau Claire and 88 in Prairie du Chien. Beautiful shot through CityCam of a mainly clear sky. Now, if you were watching me at 5 and 6, we were watching that kind of broken and weakening line of showers and thunderstorms, and sure enough, it fizzled right as it moved into the La Crosse area. Some of you to the north and west did see some beneficial rains, but right now, any leftovers is over far northern Wisconsin and tracking into the UP of Michigan. That seems to be the trend this summer, where the rain just doesn't last and make it into our area. Current temperatures in the 70s for most, still 81 here in La Crosse, mostly clear overnight, seasonably mild. Fairly light winds, lows in the 60s for most, including 67 in La Crosse. I'll be back in a few minutes with a peek ahead to the weekend and also that 4th of July holiday next week coming up in just a few minutes.
Sounds good. Thanks, Bill. La Crosse police continue to investigate the car crash that happened yesterday on South Avenue, and they're asking for the public's help. Police are asking anyone who helped the officers at the scene to contact the police department at that number you see there on your screen. Authorities say they will release more information about the crash when it's available. A La Crosse man is facing charges of possession of child sexual assault materials along with possession of methamphetamine. According to a criminal complaint, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children sent police a tip about 34-year-old Parker Barnes. He was arrested on Tuesday by La Crosse police before his shift at the YMCA. According to the complaint, Barnes taught music lessons to children at the Y's La Crosse branch. In an email obtained by News 8 Now, the YMCA stated a part-time employee was arrested on suspicion of having child sexual assault materials. In the email, Y officials said Barnes had passed background checks when he was hired last September. He's no longer employed at the Y. Barnes was in court yesterday and will be in court again next Wednesday. According to online records, he is not in jail at this time. The next biennial state budget is one step closer to reaching the governor's desk. The GOP-controlled Budget Committee's draft made it through the Senate last night and has now made it through the GOP Majority Assembly today. Republicans are celebrating the proposed income tax cut of $3.5 billion and the bipartisan deal to better fund local governments. One GOP senator says the proposed tax cut would bring relief to all filers and gets the state closer to a flat tax, which neighboring states like Illinois use. He says 2020 census data shows states with a flat tax convinced more people to move there.
I think the message is loud and clear. Wisconsin wants to be competitive. We need to ensure that we have a more competitive tax climate. And so the tax cut that we proposed last night touches every single taxpayer in the state of Wisconsin. So we believe it's a step in the right direction.
Democrats argue the state isn't taking advantage of a record $7 billion surplus, and that to pay for the tax cut, projects like UWL's Prairie Springs Science Center, the Office of School Safety, and even child care become budget casualties. Senator Brad Pfaff says his party agrees with the idea of a tax cut, just not this one.
I do not understand why someone would want to pass a tax reform in the state of Wisconsin in which the top 1% of the tax filers would receive 20% of the benefits.
Now, once the GOP Majority Assembly passes it, it goes to Governor Evers' desk, he has roughly a week to approve, fully veto, or potentially line item veto the state budget. The worst of politics. That is what the Senate Minority Leader called a Wednesday night decision by Senate Republicans. Now, after that budget vote took place, Republican senators said the chamber will decide in the future whether to appoint Wisconsin's top elections official for another term. Now, on Tuesday, the bipartisan Wisconsin Elections Commission deadlocked on formally nominating Megan Wolf for a second four-year term. Democrats on the commission say the Senate can't vote on a nomination that never got a majority vote. Senate Democrats aren't sure what's going to happen to the commission in the interim.
The state Senate, plans, we've been told, will potentially bring this up this fall.
Now, last year, the state Supreme Court ruled that a former Scott Walker appointee could stay in his role indefinitely even after his term expired and he refused to step down. So Democrats argue that ruling should allow Megan Wolf to do the same thing and stay on in the Elections Commission. Pfaff says he could expect some lawsuits to come out of this vote. Viterbo University has been awarded a grant to expand training for substance use disorder treatments. The $1.4 million grant will let Viterbo work with current health professionals to provide mental health and substance use disorder services in communities that are underserved. Viterbo plans on using the grant to primarily service rural areas in southwestern Wisconsin. School representatives say this is a huge step forward in helping the community.
I mean, opioid addiction is such a huge concern for our community, and our goal is to really take a systems approach to equip people within our community to help solve those needs.
Viterbo also plans on using the grant to train their own faculty so that instructors can include the training in their curriculum. The grant program is set to last for 5 years. The Supreme Court overturned precedent on affirmative action today. While Republicans praised the decision, President Biden said universities should take adversity into account when selecting students. And later, it's the bane of foresters across the upper Midwest, but researchers are starting to look toward nature's own solution to the buckthorn invasion.
At Marine Credit Union, we have great rates and an even better mission. With our new certificate and money market rates, you can grow your money and grow your community. Call or visit marinecu.com to find a branch near you.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the Governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WIS-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
At Marine Credit Union, we have great rates and an even better mission. Not only will you earn a higher return on your money, you're also helping our community. We provide loans to people who can't get them elsewhere and help families on the path to home ownership. Visit marinecu.com to find a branch near you.
The Supreme Court ruled that race-conscious admission policies of Harvard and the University of North Carolina violate the Constitution. As Natalie Brand reports, the decision is set to have a profound effect on admissions policies at campuses nationwide.
The Supreme Court's ruling on affirmative action in college admissions effectively overturns precedent-setting cases going back more than 4 decades.
It means that you cannot explicitly use race as a factor in admissions.
Writing for the majority, Chief Justice John Roberts said admissions policies at Harvard University and the University of North Carolina violated the 14th Amendment's Equal Protection Clause. The student must be treated based on his or her experiences as an individual, not on the basis of race, Roberts wrote. Many universities have for too long done just the opposite. In a scathing dissent, Justice Sonia Sotomayor accused the court majority of ignoring history and precedent. The court cements a superficial rule of colorblindness as a constitutional principle in an endemically segregated society where race has always mattered and continues to matter. Demonstrators gathered outside the Supreme Court after the ruling, while activists who argued the university's affirmative action policies discriminated against white and Asian American applicants hailed the ruling as a victory.
From today, all children will be judged by the content of their character and also by their merit, not by color of their skin.
President Biden said the country cannot let the decision be the last word and offered guidance to universities.
Where colleges take into account the adversity a student has overcome when selecting among qualified applicants.
Meanwhile, the decision was widely praised by Republican presidential hopefuls, including former President Trump, who took credit for appointing 3 of the conservative justices in the majority. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the Supreme Court.
Former First Lady Michelle Obama said she had benefited from affirmative action and that she'll continue to work for more minority inclusion in higher education. In La Crosse, following the Supreme Court's decision, local universities have to think about their next steps. Neither Viterbo nor Western Technical College consider race as a factor for admissions, so today's Supreme Court decision doesn't affect them. The UW system released a statement saying, quote, "We are reviewing the decision to see what, if any, impact it may have on our universities. Like others across the country, we will assess next steps surrounding this issue and abide by the law." The universities have used affirmative action to increase diversity on their campuses. States that ended it saw a steep drop in minority enrollment in their leading public universities. And a poll from the Associated Press last month showed 63% of U.S. adults say colleges should be allowed to consider race as part of the admissions process, but few think race should play a major role in those decisions. After the break, doctors are warning people to stay inside as hazy air hangs around. Experts say particles from the wildfire smoke can affect your health.
I'm meteorologist Bill Grahl. Will let you know if any more scattered showers and thunderstorms are in our forecast. Full details after the break.
Tired of mealtime meh? Give your appetite a vacation at Taco John's. A trip to crispy shrimp taco paradise with freshly made mango salsa does wonders. Ooh, I think I'm getting a tan. 3 for $6 mango shrimp street tacos. Summertime only at Taco John's.
Hello, my name's Boris Gump. Chocolate? Mama always said buying a car was like a box of chocolates. Never know what you're gonna get. Me and Jenny, we buy all our cars at Sleepy Hollow. They got new cars and used cars, a body shop, parts and everything. Like me and Nate, the Sleepy Hollow serviceman, we just like peas and carrots. I'm not a smart man, but if you need a car, you should be running to Sleepy Hollow.
It's here, the 4th of July sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. It's the perfect time to save with store-wide sale prices, 48-month special financing, and free gas. Only at Drury's will you find beautifully tailored sofas and chairs, handcrafted bedrooms and dining rooms, a huge selection of premium leather, and the designers to help you put it all together. Great sale prices, 48-month special financing, and even free gas. The 4th of July sale happening now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Hi, it's Elvis Duran. Thanks for listening.
I think what makes our show unique is perspective. Many different voices, many different points of view.
If you're going to say don't ask me, we're going to ask you. If you want to.
Wow. We are just a family sitting around the table in the morning. Very dynamic individuals, though.
Yeah! Hi, it's Elvis Duran from the Mix Morning Show. Wake up with us every morning on Mix 96.
If you have moderate to severe Crohn's disease, Skyrizi is the first and only IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver clinical remission and endoscopic improvement.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Control of Crohn's means everything to me. Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
If money talked, it would tell you about the premium ingredients on Taco John's Valuest menu starting at $1, $2, or $3. Hand-cut sirloin steak, crispy fried chicken, and fresh pico. And if your appetite talked, it would say cha-ching. The Valuest menu, only at Taco John's.
The Board Store Home Improvements. Everyday low prices on bathroom remodels for seniors and families. Contact us today for a prompt free estimate.
Hey, welcome back and a good Thursday night to all of you. It is Thursday, so the Drought Monitor released today, so here's the latest, and that's been a big story across the region so far this summer. Moderate drought for most of the area, but a severe drought in southeastern parts of the Viewing area, including much of Vernon, Crawford, and Richland counties. Abnormally dry conditions over north central Wisconsin. So needless to say, we need some rainfall. Now, we had some pretty good rain last night over northern parts of the Viewing area. Unfortunately, that came with some large hail in parts of Trempealeau County, quarter to golf ball size hail around Pigeon Falls. But at least a half an inch of rain in some of those darker green areas. And then the streaks of green you see off to the west of La Crosse, that was the broken line of showers and thunderstorms that fizzled before reaching us earlier this evening. So we were left with a mainly clear sky now as we look at a beautiful shot in downtown La Crosse. Official high of 90 today after a morning low of 68, 85, and 64 are the averages. And look at that rainfall tally, still about 2.5 inches below average for the month and 2.37 inches below average for the year. 81 degrees out at the La Crosse Airport, winds out of the west at 10. The Mississippi rising just a little bit, 4.81 feet. A light rain shower earlier in Eau Claire, that has since moved out, 73 degrees, and the Chippewa River is holding steady. Still some air quality issues, an air quality alert extended through noon tomorrow. Although the air wasn't as bad as yesterday, but still some high particulates from the wildfire smoke and high levels of ozone as well. So just something to keep in mind. Current temperatures this late evening in the 70s for most. Still some low 80s in La Crosse, but that'll drop into the 70s momentarily. Dew points in the lower to middle 60s. So if you're going to be out and about late this evening, a little sticky with those dew points in the low to mid 60s. That's when you'll start to feel that humidity. And winds are in the process of turning to the west at about 5 to 10. So radar showing those scattered showers and thunderstorms earlier this evening fizzled right as they crossed the river and tried to reach the La Crosse area. That's ahead of a weak boundary. That was the cause for the scattered showers and storms. Sky Tracker shows a quiet night tonight and mainly quiet tomorrow. Slight chance for some light showers in far southern portions of the Viewing area. I think most spots will stay dry. And same with Friday night into Saturday. Some slight rain chances to the south. Few dots of green on the Sky Tracker there on Saturday. Maybe an isolated shower, a few sprinkles in spots, but again, a mainly dry day. Temperatures tomorrow very similar to what we saw today. Mid to upper 80s, might even flirt with 90 degrees in a few spots. In fact, most of the Viewing area will see highs ranging from 83 to 89, maybe 90 degrees. So another fairly toasty day. All right, for tonight, mostly clear, seasonable, 60s for most, including 67 in La Crosse. Sunny to partly cloudy tomorrow, 89. Very small chance for a later day thunder shower in our far southern counties. Small chance for a shower on Saturday, 87. Dry Sunday, 88. And look at next week, 91 on Monday, 91 on the 4th with a small chance for a thunderstorm, but better chances, I think, Tuesday night into Wednesday. And that system will knock highs back to 85 on Wednesday and right around 80 next Thursday and Friday. I know we need some rainfall, but we don't want to see it on the 4th of July for all of those holiday festivities. But something we will watch through the weekend.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Bill. And as Bill mentioned, with the smoke and haze blanketing the region, unhealthy air quality is affecting about a third of the country. Local doctors say the smoke could be sticking around for the remainder of the summer. And while the hazy conditions may not seem like a threat, medical professionals are urging the public to stay cautious.
Whether it's burning forests or burning fossil fuels, we know that the fine particles in this pollution is really damaging to health. It crosses the lungs into the bloodstream and can damage most parts of the body, even crossing the placenta and damaging fetuses.
Officials recommend keeping your windows and doors closed and running AC throughout your home. But if you need to go out, then doctors say to check the air quality index and wear a mask. Coming up next in sports, Brewers looking to make it 3 out of 4 over the Mets. Plus the Legion baseball season continuing tonight. A couple of our area teams going head-to-head in West Salem. Rob's got the highlights next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. At Mayo Clinic Health System, get personalized specialty care with access to experts from orthopedics to neurosurgery and cardiology to cancer care, all close to home.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WIS-VRAP or visit VRAPWI.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
To everyone who enjoys a feel-good meal, we're crafting one for you, Wisconsin style.
We're talking handcrafted, cooked to order,
scoop to perfection goodness.
More like greatness.
A snuggle up in the booth, share a bite kind of meal.
A fill you up, heart and soul kind of meal.
Come treat someone you love to a meal they're sure to love.
One always served with a smile.
That comes from the heart.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious! In America, the future belongs to everyone. So let's gear up for it with an SUV like the Ford Bronco Sport. It has a terrain management system with 5 standard GOAT modes, so you can go over any type of terrain. Plus, 4x4 capability is standard across the entire lineup. Be adventure ready with Ford Bronco Sport. Now, get a new Ford Bronco Sport with 1.9% financing for 66 months, plus $2,000 FlexBuy cash, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
It's been a busy week on the diamond for many of our area athletes. The Legion baseball season's been a lot of fun so far. The action continuing tonight for a couple of our area squads in West Salem. Holman making the short trip, post 284, putting up 6 in the 4th and adding to it in the 5th. Hayden Goodell chops 1 to 3rd. West Salem tries to turn 2. They can't. 1 run is in. Xavier Palmer is going to get thrown out at home, but Holman takes a 7-0 lead. Next inning, post 284 still at it. Jared Rotering, high chopper to 3rd. That'll get another run in. Tyrus McCoy comes in. It's 9-0 Holman, but West Salem not going down without a fight. Parker DeMorris scorches a base hit in a left field. Drew Anderson comes in to score. West Salem's on the board. Post 51, not done. William Schmidt hits a slow roller to 3rd. Tough play, can't be made. 2 runs are going to come in to score. It's 9-3. But in the top of the 7th, Holman answers right back. Paul Goro smokes a base hit the other way. That's going to play 2. Here comes Goodell to make it 11-3. Holman rolls in this one. They get the win, 15-5. On the gridiron, some more great news for Aquinas' Shane Willenbring. The senior's been busy this offseason, getting offers from all over the country. Air Force, Army, Wyoming, Bucknell. Willenbring even getting an offer from the Badgers as a preferred walk-on, but the 3-year Blue-Gold starter has made up his mind. He'll be continuing his football career at South Dakota State. Willenbring has helped lead the Blue Golds to 2 Division V state titles. Now the standout left tackle is officially a future Jackrabbit. Another tough night for the Loggers. Lacrosse drops its 3rd straight game, 3-2 the final in St. Cloud. Loggers are back at the Lumberyard tomorrow to open up a 2-game set against Bismarck. Well, back in December of last year, 12-year pro J.J. Watt played his final game in the NFL, but now our viewers will get to see a lot more of the Wisconsin native when the season starts back up later this year. The Pewaukee grad and former Wisconsin Badger signing a multi-year deal to be an NFL studio analyst for CBS. Watt announcing the news on social media this morning, saying he'll be joining CBS Sports to contribute across all their NFL shows and platforms. The 34-year-old defensive end played his final 2 seasons in Arizona after spending his first 10 with the Houston Texans. Watt was drafted 11th overall out of Wisconsin back in 2011, totaled 114.5 sacks in his career, and he earned the Defensive Player of the Year award on 3 separate occasions, 2012, 2014, and 2015. Watt was selected as the Walter Payton Man of the Year back in 2017. He also had 5 first-team All-Pro honors during his time with the Texans. On the hardwood, for the first time in franchise history, the Bucks will have a female coach on the bench. In her 6th season with the team, Sydney Dobner is getting a promotion. After working as head video coordinator this past season, Dobner will now be the first female assistant coach in Bucks history. Dobner got her start in the organization as a video assistant and coaching associate with the Wisconsin Herd back in 2018. Series finale in New York for the Brewers and Mets. Check this out. Some happy, young fans. I used to be them. Poor kids. Pick it up in the 3rd. No score until Brett Beatty gets into one. He gives it a ride to right. That ball's not coming back. Mets strike first. It's 1-0. Next batter, Brandon Nimmo at the dish. He had 2 homers on Tuesday. Adds another one tonight. A laser the other way for a solo shot. Makes it 2-0 Mets. But here comes the crew in the 6th. 1 on for Victor Caratini. He's got Max Scherzer's number. Deep fly ball. And this one is gone. A game-tying 2-run blast makes it 2-2. Then in the 7th, bases full for Brian Anderson. This is going to get the job done. He drives one deep to right center. Willie Contreras is going to come in on the sac fly. Makes it 3-2. Devin Williams in to close it out. In some trouble late, but he gets the strikeout to end it. Brewers hang on. They make it 3 out of 4 over the Mets. And you guys know what that means. It means I got to further humiliate myself tomorrow.
Nice. Well,
it's all right. I'm a good sport. I told you I didn't want to see a split.
Right.
And we didn't get this.
It's nice that we got somebody to win out of this. Now, I have a couple of jerseys for you to choose from.
Okay, lay it on me.
You guys might remember a couple of years ago, the Brewers had the opportunity for the players to kind of have their nicknames on the back of them and a separate kind of jersey made. So we have that navy blue with bright yellow lettering. Kind of like what they currently have, but not too bad. And then, of course, the 2018 Yelich MVP season. Remember the old ones, the last 20 years, what I grew up on? Nice white jersey with the old Brewers lettering.
Do I get to choose?
They're both Yelich jerseys, too.
Are you going to choose?
No, you know, I'm a good sport. You can choose one that you think will look better on you.
All right. I guess that something good comes out of it.
I'll send you a photo tonight and you can decide. Or maybe we let the viewers decide.
This is bad.
We'll see.
It's bad, man. It's not getting any better.
Hey, we got more news right after this.
Get over 50% off on this sofa chaise right now at the 4th of July blowout at Slumberland Furniture. Up to 60% off list throughout the store and up to 70% off on clearance items. The 4th of July blowout at Slumberland Furniture.
Back when I was a kid, we used to ride our bikes in the 4th of July parade. Then we'd have a picnic and blow the crap out of some fireworks. We had rockets, cakes, shells, missiles, fountains, firecrackers, sparklers. Oh, the sky was filled with bomb diggity hoop like a boss all night long. Get your own sick fireworks at Joe Blow's Fireworks in Reedstown, Ferryville, and Prairie du Chien. For more information, visit jpfireworks.com.
Whether your project is large or small, get 11% off it all at Menards. From aerosols, floor coating, stains, and more, our paint department has the quality Rust-Oleum products you need to bring your project to life. Rust-Oleum's Stop Rust 5-in-1 spray paint is the first ever adjustable spray paint can. Choose from 5 different spray settings, so you can get a professional finish on every project. A can is just $5.95 each after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Just one drop. Oh!
Gorilla Super Glue Micro Precise.
Of course!
Precise application, controlled dispensing with Gorilla Strength. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth. At Denny's, we're celebrating Baconalia with new creations starring Black Label thick-cut cherry wood bacon. Ready to satisfy your bacon obsession? At Denny's.
It's diner time.
And now, rewards members get 2 free strips of our new premium bacon for a limited time.
So many hotels.
Trouble booking the family vacay? Come on. Comfort does free hot breakfast for the whole fam.
They have waffles.
And splendid pools.
Book direct at choicehotels.com.
You live a life on demand. Movies, shows, and more. Your local news, weather, and sports shouldn't be different. The 8000 Plus app is the free streaming option, giving you everything local on your time. If you have one of these, you can get this.
Incredible deal on this Sealy Queen mattress for just $3.99 at the 4th of July mattress blowout at Slumberland Furniture. Plus, Sealy mattresses starting as low as $129. Up to 60% off list. What a sale.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
It's been an ongoing battle across multiple Midwestern states, the fight against buckthorn. Researchers are looking to nature to find a solution. Jason Rantala shows us what they hope is the silver bullet.
In past stories on buckthorn, you may have seen these guys munching on the stuff, hoping to rid of the invasive pests that take up space from native plants. They grow it for study here at the U of M's St. Paul campus.
So we have some buckthorn here. This is a female plant with the berries starting to form here.
And you do not have to look far to find it elsewhere.
So this research just started at the beginning of the year.
Dr. Pablo Oliveira Firpo is the lead researcher on the study. It all starts with a fungus called crown rust. It grows naturally on buckthorn.
There's not too much infection this year.
The study would collect buckthorn infected with crown rust, extract DNA from the fungus, and see which species of the crown rust is most impactful. Crown rust can stunt the growth of buckthorn and even kill it.
Let's use a pathogen, an organism that it's already impacting on the plant, and see if we can use it in our favor to provide an extra tool to control this invasive plant.
This is just the beginning of the 3-year study.
This is extremely early.
Just 3 weeks ago, the U started surveying infected buckthorn across the state. There's hope that crown rust could make a big dent in a big problem.
We have a lot of hope in what will be coming after this.
And the project will likely extend beyond the 3 years. Researchers say crown rust could possibly be used alongside other mediation efforts like pesticides and goats. We'll be right back after this.
Ashley Stars and Stripes sale is happening now. This weekend only. Shop 4th of July doorbusters. Plus pay 0% interest for 60 months with no minimum purchase. In-store only. And all veterans and active military receive 10% off their purchase. Only at Ashley.
Hy-Vee hot deals are back. 6-pack Pepsi products, $2.49 each when you buy 4. Whole seedless watermelon, $3.88 each. Lay's Kettle Cooked 4 Rolls Gold, $1.77 each when you buy 3. Get the hottest deals all week long at Hy-Vee.
Hey Nick, what's your usual?
Yeah, please.
How's your day going?
Oh, pretty good. Air conditioning went out at the house, and I got some guys coming over to fix it.
Nothing that G&T can't take your mind off of, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. I can always depend on G&T to put my mind at ease.
Especially when I make them, eh?
Well, I'm talking about G&T heating and air conditioning. They have never let me down.
G&T, the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
Maybe I should switch to G&T.
Hold on, I'm coming. You didn't tell me you were getting McDonald's.
Try a toasted bagel sandwich and pair it with a $2 medium iced coffee. Now even bolder.
Keep your vehicle clean at ShipShape Car Wash in Onalaska. Unlimited car wash is only $19.99 per month. Your choice of soft touch or touchless automatic, just $19.99 per month. And we do dualies. ShipShape Car Wash next to Festival Foods in Onalaska.
If you have moderate to severe Crohn's disease, Skyrizi is the first and only IL-23 inhibitor that can deliver clinical remission and endoscopic improvement.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Liver problems may occur in Crohn's disease.
Control of Crohn's means everything to me. Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Save big for the 4th during the Hy-Vee Mega Meat Sale this Friday through Sunday. Ground beef, $2.98 for a 1-pound roll. Oscar Mayer hot dogs, $1.48. And Hormel Black Label Bacon, just $2.77. Only at Hy-Vee.
Ashley Stars and Stripes sale is happening now. This weekend only, shop 4th of July doorbusters. Plus, pay 0% interest for 60 months with no minimum purchase. In-store only. And all veterans and active military receive 10% off their purchase. Only at Ashley.
Again, mostly clear skies tonight, seasonably mild, lows in the 60s, including 67 in La Crosse. Very small chances for rain showers tomorrow and Saturday. Most spots stay dry. Sunday and Monday looking dry and warm. Small chance of storms on the 4th of July, a high of 91.
Thanks, Bill, and thanks for joining us tonight at 10. Can't wait to see that Brewers jersey
Maybe I'll call it PTO day tomorrow, huh?
Not a chance. We'll see you tomorrow.